Hello and welcome to episode 3 of Picking the Dream Team. I'm joined once again by Dylan. Dylan, how are you doing? You ready to get a 100 points this week?
Yeah, doing good, bro. We've had two very solid weeks. I think it's time to try and break 100 now. You've gotten used to what you're doing,
Yeah,
but yeah, it's tough. Yes, it's tough.
yeah. We have been keeping up with this Dream Team. It's been on our Instagram. We haven't been able to put out videos for the last 2 weeks just for a few reasons, but we plan on releasing this video every week. So those are kind of just I don't think it's going to happen very often that there's not going to be a video. But anyway, those 2 weeks that we haven't had the video, we've actually done pretty well. So yeah, if you're interested in those teams, you can find them on Instagram. But anyway, this week we're here. We're ready to make our video. And we can start just by looking at the teams, or the fixtures for this week. So looking ahead, looks like quite a tough week, some big matchups there. Any games for you that are sticking out as games to target?
So there's a few there. I think the one to kind of avoid was that Chelsea Liverpool game. I think Liverpool, you've always thought of them as a team who leak goals, but now they're not doing that anymore. And then Chelsea are pretty solid, so I mean, how to call that game, I would have no idea. There could be goals, there could not be goals. That's a tough one.
Yeah, that's a very tough game. That's the match of the whole game week. To be honest, that's the best game. To be honest, there's not really any games that are sticking out as such. I guess the way to play this week would probably just be to back the best players that we think can stand up, in the big games, that can still shine, can still make a difference. I don't think there's any team to particularly target, and maybe just get a good spread and hope for the best.
Yeah, I think possibly kind of emphasize home games. I think it's quite an important part. So you see that Everton Fulham game, I think that's one to maybe target. Even City Brighton, Wolves Southampton, even Bournemouth. I think home advantage does help a bit. So I do think it will be something to look at. Even with West Ham United, I don't think I'd be getting any United players in there very quickly.
Yeah, I also don't think, especially after their game against Wolves. But yeah, no, I agree with you on that point on the home games. So should we start by dismantling our team from last week and start building things, putting things together?
Okay, yeah. So let's have a look. So
this is our team. So now we're just going to go and remove the players, and then we'll just explain it to you now. Okay, so we've taken out the players of our team, and we've basically wiped pretty much the whole team. We've just left, potential players that could start here is obviously Aguero and possibly Wan-Bissaka, even who's been playing really well. But yeah, we've just pretty much wiped our whole team for now, just because it's quite a tough game week. There's quite a few very difficult games, and also we can always put the guys back if we feel they need it. But for now, we just want a bit of a blank page just to start creating the dream team for this week. All right, Bill, what do you rate is the best position to start working on? Yeah.
Let's start in the forwards. All right.
Okay, we can. Yeah, we have a go at the forwards then. All right, so we can have a look here. Okay, so we're leaving Aguero in. That's going to be the big striker. So have a look now at the options.
So now I've been thinking of is that Calvert-Lewin maybe.
Yeah, it's always risky with Calvert-Lewin that Tosin may play, and he didn't have a good game against Arsenal, Calvert-Lewin.
Yeah, that's fair. Tosin, that doesn't look fantastic.
Yeah. You know the player I think needs to come in?
Yeah.
Jamie Vardy.
Yeah, I was also looking at him now. So he got a nice goal. Let's put him in there
Yeah.
for now.
Yeah, he's a bit expensive, 8.9. I'd say he's like quite an expensive player to have in, but we have taken out a few guys so that we can maybe sacrifice in midfield a bit. Yeah, Leicester playing against Newcastle United, even though it's at Newcastle.
Yeah, he could easily
it's quite a good option to, I think, go for Vardy. He can easily score. I think he's been playing well. The only question is if you'd maybe rather get Maddison back for much cheaper. Yeah, okay, we'll discuss that now. Let's have a look at the third striker. Wilson 6.3, King 6.3. Yeah, it's not the hardest game against Palace, or they have been quite solid.
Maybe even we could even go Mitrovic. I mean, it's Everton, but Everton aren't anything special.
Yeah, I think I quite like that one, to be honest.
He's a proper goal scorer, that Oak. I'd really dig him.
Yeah, and I don't think we've actually used him yet.
I don't think we have. I think he's worth putting in there.
Yeah, I quite like Mitrovic. So basically a pretty new front three for us at the moment. We haven't seen Vardy or Mitrovic before play for us, but yeah. Alright, let's go on to the mids. Can have a look and see who's around.
Sane definitely jumps out of me.
Who?
Sane.
How can you call if Leroy Sane is going to start?
You can't call that. But I mean, hasn't he started the last two? I think he has.
Okay. Alright, well here are our mids.
Let's have a look here. Versus Fulham. Yeah, he started. I think that could be great.
Yeah, he's quite affordable as well. Do you know which player I think needs to be coming back? Richarlison. He was so good against Arsenal.
Definitely.
He's a good price, and I think he's back now. It looks like he can do some damage.
Yeah, right there.
Put him in before we'll get talked about Sane now.
Oh, well, let's talk about Sane because thinking about him starting at home against Brighton, I mean, surely he's going to do stuff. And he's a fantastic player. And now Pep's put him back in there after this whole thing. Is he really going to take him out again?
Yeah.
Who's he replacing? Who's sitting on the bench? Mahrez.
He's playing instead of Sterling or Mahrez. Mahrez also scored 2 this week. I think I agree with you about Sane that he could be very good. He's a really good player, but he does cost 9 million, and there's the risk that he doesn't start. While on the other hand, Bernardo Silva, who also is like quite a decent little midfielder, and he's for 7.5. You can have a look at the other midfielders in the meantime. We can always just drop Sane in. I agree with you that I like him. We don't have any Liverpool players or Chelsea players, or we're going to avoid them because of this game week. Liverpool definitely are favourites, but like you couldn't be that surprised if Chelsea win the game.
Would you rate having a player in that game? Whether it's, I mean, you couldn't separate Hazard, Salah, or Mane. So if you just have one of those three, just to kind of cover that game, if it's a big game.
Yeah, the only thing I don't like is that they're very expensive, and there's also a higher risk of those guys literally doing nothing in that game.
I'm also thinking Lennon. I think he's quite a good option at the moment. They're playing Cardiff, who are really an average side.
Yeah, and Burnley did have quite a nice game. I just don't think Lennon's very consistent.
No, he's not consistent. But if there's any game he's going to keep up that form, it's going to be this one.
Yeah. Probably worth having a Burnley defender, I think. maybe Tarkovsky could be worth bringing him in this week.
Let's look at the defense because I'm thinking keeping one Bissaka. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. Putting in Kyle Walker.
Okay.
Just to have a City defender there because it's Brighton. I mean, you got to back a clean sheet.
Yeah. So you're saying Kyle Walker, quite an expensive City defender to be honest, and I don't think he's the most attacking. I don't think you're going to get much more value from Kyle Walker than you're going to get from like Laporte.
Yeah, you can get Laporte in.
At least he's a bit cheaper. It's free up a bit of budget.
I don't actually know if we need to worry much about budget at the moment, but yeah, let's do that.
Yeah, he's a bit cheaper, Laporte, and he's pretty much the same point so far. And to be honest, yeah, Kyle Walker doesn't really offer that much on the attacking, so I think it's probably better to get Laporte in. Okay, I quite like the idea of maybe backing the Spurs Oxford a bit. Possibly getting in Trippier. Quite a nice Spurs defender. And then maybe a Spurs midfielder as well.
So let's go Eriksen.
Eriksen's a great price. I may look at bringing him in for this week. 9.3. Playing against Huddersfield, who I don't rate so highly. Spurs also they need a good result. I know they got a win this week, but they've been struggling a bit till this game week, and it won't. It's not the hardest game, so they should really try and pick up some good points here.
Yeah, so we've got Laporte, Trippier. Are we going to go Tarkovsky?
Yeah, I think I quite like Tarkovsky.
Okay, then what about go for a 4 in the defense, Laporte, Trippier, Tarkovsky, get another wing back in, because, I don't know, it's tough having 2 central defenders, only 1 wing back, although we can go with 1 Bissaka.
Oh wait, are you saying 4 defenders at the back and having... We don't have to, we can swap Laporte for Kyle Walker.
I just feel like the wing backs will tend to get something more attacking than...
Yeah.
I mean, I have him in my fan tracks team, and Laporte never does anything attacking unless he scores a header.
Yeah.
Which is, I mean, how...
Well, that's what we're kind of banking on Tarkovsky.
Yeah, but also a clean sheet.
Okay, so we can look at... Should we look at a goalkeeper in the meantime?
I was thinking maybe Patricio.
Yeah, I like Patricio. I've got him in my regular team.
And he's 4.5, Wolves at home. They could get a clean sheet there. Okay, so now so we've got 2 players left, right, in the midfield.
Yeah.
I'm thinking one of them has to be a City player.
Yeah, we've got 20.1 for 2 more midfielders.
I mean, that's big numbers.
Yeah, that's big numbers. We could easily go Sane and Mane, to be honest.
The Arnes.
I'm a bit nervous with Sane. I like him as a player. I'm just worried about his starting.
I mean, he played 90 minutes last week.
But no one else is really sticking out, to be honest. I mean, we could go an Arsenal player, but it's not an easy game against Watford. Also, what about Paul Pogba?
Yeah, I was also been looking at him. But what has he been doing actually?
He got an assist last week.
We could go him.
But it is, I mean, West Ham just 0-0 Chelsea, so they could easily do the same to United.
Yeah, easily.
I don't think United are much better than Chelsea.
You rate Mane over Hazard?
Well, I think Liverpool are the favourites. We can go ahead and we can go ahead and submit the team, and choose our captain, vice captain.
Okay, yes, that's a big one.
All right. So personally, I think Aguero probably captain, or you could put Sane captain, and then if he doesn't play, put Aguero as vice captain.
I was thinking that.
The only stress is if Sane comes on in like the 80th minute.
Yeah, which he probably will if he doesn't start.
If he doesn't play, he's going to probably come on. So,
But he could come on and score 2 goals.
yeah.
But I think it is risky that. I think it's risky even having him.
Yeah, so maybe go
You could
Aguero
captain Richarlison.
Richarlison? No, I don't like the differential captain like that.
You don't, eh? No, I think, you're right.
No, I don't like it. Richarlison's just there because he's a solid player. He's got a tough game.
Yeah, it's got to be Aguero.
Alright, so Aguero takes the captaincy. We can give Sane the vice captain just in case of any funny business. Maybe let's say Jesus starts, Aguero benched. Alright, so then that would be, there's our final team. Wan-Bissaka to come on if Sane doesn't play. But pretty decent team for what I think is probably our hardest week yet in setting the dream team.
Let's see how we do. Wow, That was tough.
Yeah, very tough. Alright, thanks for watching. We'll let you know next week how we've managed to do. Hopefully 100 points, I guess. That's the goal.
That's our goal.
But yeah, we'll let you guys know. Thanks for watching. Subscribe to our channel. Follow our Instagram page. Listen to our podcast. And cheers. Thanks for joining me, Dope.
Thanks, bro.